Hello students, hope you are all staying healthy in this unusual time. So today we'll just start a new topic, that is type 3 driver, or it is also known as a network protocol driver or a middleware driver. So as of we have just discussed in our previous lectures that type 1 and type 2 drivers are the drivers that are being provided by the JDBC, and there are some pros and cons of these type of drivers. So type 1 driver is basically, it is, you can say, it is platform dependent. All the calls are written in basically C, and it is operating system dependent also, and it is, you can say, it is not very safe to use type 1 driver in web applications. And if you are using type 1 driver, then you have to use the ODBC concept, that is restricted to Windows only. That's why it is operating system dependent. You can't use this type of architecture, that is type 1 type of architecture, in your Linux and other operating systems. So to overcome this particular thing, type 2 driver was being introduced, but there are some major pros and cons of type 2 driver also. So in type 2 driver, the concept of ODBC was just deprecated. There was no concept of ODBC bridge. In that particular driver, there is a native API that is being used, and the APIs of the database, it means the database specific APIs are being used, that are used to exchange the calls, that is the JDBC call is being transferred to that particular native API, and this native API is being written in C and C++ language that is easily understandable by the corresponding database. So in this, there is only two levels. There is two levels. First, the JDBC, and the second is that the JDBC call is converted into the API database specific calls. So the cons of this type of architecture, that is the two-tier architecture, you can say, in which there are two levels in type 2, is that it is not easy to maintain this type of thing, as we have to install manually these vendor specific libraries on each client machine. So it means that if we are working on a network, then it is very complex task that for each client machine you have to install the particular libraries, that is the vendor specific libraries that are being provided by the database to that particular site. And it's also there that it is possible that some database doesn't guarantees to provide this particular vendor specific libraries, and as a result of which this model can be a failure. So to overcome this, we have to introduce a new type of driver. JDBC introduced a new type of driver that is known as a type 3 driver, or it is a network protocol driver. So in this type of driver, you can see the communication between the Java application and this database. The communication between this Java application and the database is not direct. It is with the help of this middleware server. So a middleware server is being introduced here. So the middleware server's task is, it is acting as a mediator between the Java application and the database. So the Java JDBC specific calls are now being converted into the middleware server specific calls. So a middleware server, you have to introduce the proxy. You can see it is a proxy, a server in between the database and the JDBC. So when these JDBC calls are just given to this type 3 driver, then these JDBC calls are being converted into this middleware specific calls, middleware server specific calls, and internally this middleware server is also using either a type 1, type 2 or type 4 drivers. It is using internally type 1 driver, type 2 driver or type 4 drivers, and with the help of this it is converting the particular middleware specific call into the database specific call, so that the database can understand it. So parsing is done for the database so that the database can understand the thing that is being transferred from the middleware server. So middleware is taking okay, the responsibility of auditing, the responsibility of pooling, the responsibility of caching, okay, the authentication process, and so on. Okay, so you can take this as a live example, that when you can say you are going to some metropolitan city and you want some house, okay, for a rent, then what you will do, you will just search for a broker. So the broker is the middleware here that is responsible, okay, that is in between you and the owner. Okay, so it is not now your responsibility to just go to for documentation purpose or some other purpose. Okay, it is the responsibility of the broker, okay, to fix the meetings or to prepare the documents, okay, that are required for the rent purpose. So here also it is the middleware, it is the responsibility of this middleware server to take all the processes into account, like the pooling process, the caching process, the authentication process, and it is the output of this particular Java application, that is the JDBC calls, are being given to this middleware server that is responsible to convert this JDBC call into this database specific calls. So internally it is using type 1, type 2, type 4. It is, okay, it is independent. Okay, you can use any type of drivers internally. So now the question is that this particular middleware server is making our task easier. Now this type 3 driver is not communicating directly with the database. Okay, so if it is not communicating directly with the database, so it means it is a database independent. Okay, it is a database independent. So if, for example, if I am using Oracle driver, then we can use this type 3 driver for this Oracle driver. If this particular database, Oracle database, is changed to, okay, MyDB2 or MySQL, then you are not required to change any definition. Okay, so this type 3 driver will work for any type of database you want to access. Okay, it can handle multiple database also at a time. So it is this type of driver, this type 3 driver is very strongest. Okay, you can say it is most powerful driver. Okay, it is database dependent, okay, and sorry, it is a database independent, and at the same time this type 3 driver is platform independent also. So it is the only driver, you can say, okay, it is the only driver that is, you can say, that is a database independent out of type 1 and type 2 drivers. Okay, type 2 driver is database, okay, it is a database dependent, because if you are changing the database, then you have to change the database specific calls also, and as a result of which there are some changes. Okay, the architecture will be changed. But in type 3 driver, okay, if you change the database, then you are not in a position to change this type 3 driver. It can access multiple databases also, because now the responsibility is of the middleware server. Okay, so this is platform independent also, because all the calls, this type 3 drivers, are written in pure Java language. Okay, it is written in pure Java language, that's why it is a platform independent. And you can say that you have just, okay, seen that type 1 driver, okay, it is a platform dependent. Type 2 driver, that is the native API driver, is platform dependent, as it is written in C or C++, and it is not safe or not portable for the web applications. But the type 3 driver is completely written in Java, and it is portable, it is web safe, it can be used in web applications. Okay, it is portable, and it is, you can say, it is the strongest driver out of these type 1 and type 2 drivers. The whole sole responsibility is of the middleware server. So we have to install in our machine this middleware server, it has to be installed. Okay, so a separate machine must be there, that should take the responsibility of this middleware server, in which internally type 1, type 2 and type 4 drivers are being used. Okay, so here you can see there are three things. Okay, a client machine, the client machine is taking the Java application and the type 3 driver. Okay, next is the middleware server or the server machine, that is taking into account this middleware server, and the third is the remote machine on which the database is being residing. Okay, so this is, there are three levels. Okay, first level is client, second level is middleware server, and other level is the database. So this is also known as a 3-level architecture. So it follows a 3-level architecture, okay, as compared to the prior two models. Okay, so internally middleware server uses type 1, type 2 and type 4 as we have discussed, and this is used to convert the middleware specific calls. Okay, this is used to convert the middleware specific calls into the database specific calls, so that the database can understand what is to be given to this particular middleware server by the JDBC API, okay, with the help of this type 3, and it is now being converted into the Java database specific call. So there is no need of installing any native libraries, vendor specific libraries, okay, over the network. The complexity is now reduced because now we are more interested in maintaining the middleware server. So it is the responsibility of the middleware server now to manage all those things, to communicate with the corresponding database. Okay, so it can manage multiple database at a time also. Okay, so type 3 driver is fully written in Java and hence it is portable, and the main advantage is there is no vendor specific library. Okay, so there is no vendor specific library that is being, okay, installed on client side. Okay, so no vendor specific library, it means that the number of tasks, okay, so if there are, let us say, n nodes or n Java applications or n client machines that wants to connect to a particular database, so it's not that we have to install that particular native libraries in all the machines, because it makes the maintenance task a bit tedious. Okay, so now there is a middleware server, and with the help of this middleware server, now it is the responsibility of this server to manage all those things. So the main disadvantage of this, you can say, is to maintain the server, the cost of the server. Okay, so in maintaining the server, in maintaining the cost of the server, in updating the server, it requires, okay, some cost. So the installation of this server is of prime importance. So you can say a middleware server is any proxy server, or you can say an IDS server. An IDS server is also an example of this middleware server, okay, that you can use if you are working with Oracle database. Okay, so this IDS server, you can just download it on your machine and you can just install it, and you can just make the corresponding, okay, corresponding connections with the help of some appropriate, okay, system DSN settings and all. Okay, if you are working with type 1 driver. So this is a basic model, that is a network protocol model. Okay, so we are working this particular, we are just utilizing this model on a particular network, and it is the responsibility of the network to transfer these particular calls, okay, over the network. There is a middleware server that is responsible, okay, for managing certain tasks like pooling, caching, auditing. Okay, pooling means there are multiple objects that are ready-made objects that is being created in this middleware server. Okay, and these particular objects are being utilized by different Java applications. Okay, so there is no need to create unnecessary objects. Okay, so it means if you are using that ready-made product objects for your different Java applications, then your task is easy, the performance will be enhanced. So I hope, okay, this is clear to you now. Okay, thanks.